know, that's really neat. And again, to continually keep a brand kind of in the forefront of it all, good on them, because that's tough to do. So yeah, that's fantastic work there. And also, again, really cool because it is a major brand using this shoe, this FDM 3D printed shoe. So I encourage you to look at it and see what an FDM printed shoe can do. It's TPU. It's a custom blend of TPU that Zellerfeld made, but it looks great. And that's what FDM can do if you have good material and good design, intentionally designing towards what you intend to make. All right, last piece of news. Pop Mart cracks down on 3D printed Labubu figures amid global IP enforcement push. This story is not that big, but I wanted to bring
this hell, one sin at a time. Heaven was silent, and the wrath is mine. So if the skies stay quiet when you fall, remember, it wasn't heaven that heard your call. They marked my door with blood red paint, said I'd sin too deep for any saint, sent their hounds with iron chains, tried to wash me out with holy rain. But I don't bend and I don't break, I ain't a soul you get to take. Buried once but not for long, I came back fire, I came back strong. Now they whisper in their sleep, afraid of what I failed to keep. You call it wrath, I call it real. The hunted don't kneel. I ride with the shadows, gun in hand, a storm that don't obey command. They built the gallows, tied the rope, but I slipped loose with blood and smoke. You pray for peace, I walk through steel. They wrote my name on wanted signs, hung it high with crooked lines. Preacher cursed me from the stage, said I was born of smoke and rage. But they don't see the things I've seen, the broken bones behind the clean. You can't judge what you don't feel, and the hunted don't kneel. I'm not your tale, I'm not your sin. I'm the ghost that won't stay in. You chase the devil up this hill, now he's dressed in my goodwill. I ride with the thunder, dirt on my face. No law, no God, no saving grace. You built the trap, I broke the seal. 'Cause the hunted don't kneel. You drew the line, I crossed it blind. Left your rules a step behind. You think you're clean 'cause your hands don't shake, but you curse my name with every fate. You burn your crosses nice and bright, while I walk just hunted don't kneel. Now I move like smoke through the pine, a name they hush when they cross the line. Every wrong I never named, now it's carved and locked and aimed. I don't hide and I don't crawl, I ain't afraid to watch it fall. The ones who ran now stand real still, 'cause they know the hunted don't kneel. Faith, dress it up with holy hate, but I ain't yours and I won't heal. I am what stands when the hunted don't kneel. I was raised on dust and thunder, in a shack where the floorboards groaned. Mama prayed but the sky stayed silent, and my daddy's fists made stone. I learned young that the world don't listen when you whisper for a softer hand. So I took my pain and I turned it iron, made a weapon out of the man I am. No mercy on my trail, no preacher at my side, no heaven left to find me, no angel in the sky. The fire's in my chest, the blood is running wild. I ain't the lamb you're hunting, I'm the wolf you can't deny. I've been beaten, I've been buried, I've been chained to another man's sin, but the grave just taught me patience, and the dark taught me how to win. Every mile I walk is vengeance, every shadow carries my name, and if you think I'll bow for mercy, then you never felt this flame. No mercy on my trail, no preacher at my side, no heaven left to find me, no angel in the sky. The fire's in my chest, face of the man who ran. And I smile like the devil's own child, 'cause I know what I am. I'm the ghost in the smoke, the steel in the rain, the shadow in the corner calling your name. I'm the nightmare you fed with your own two hands, and I'm here to collect what I can. So take your last breath slow and steady. Hear the boots in the dirt draw near. There's no prayer worth speaking now, no salvation to pull you clear. The road behind me's burning, and the road ahead bleeds red. I'm the hunter you can't outrun, and I'll haunt you long after you're dead. No mercy on my trail, no preacher at my side, no heaven left to find me, no angel in the sky. The fire's in my chest, the blood is running wild. I ain't the lamb you're hunting, I'm the wolf you can't deny. I was born in silence, forged in pain, and the only truth I've ever learned is when the hunted turns to hunting, the fire never fades and the mercy never comes. I was born where the river bends black, under a sky that never turned blue. Mama said I had the devil's eyes, and my daddy swore it was true. We had dirt floors, whiskey dreams, and a preacher who never prayed right. He'd read his Bible with blood on his hands and drink himself blind every night. I learned young that the world takes more than it ever plans to give. So I sharpened my soul like a rusted blade, and I swore I'd fight to live. The law came knocking at a door one day, said my kin had crossed the line. By sundown, half the house was gone, and the rest wasn't worth the time. The devil don't knock twice, boy. You better answer when he calls. Once a shadow hits your porch, there's no mercy in those halls. He don't come for the gold you hide, he don't care about your good advice. Once you feel his breath on your neck, you'll know the devil don't knock twice. I've ridden long through storm and fire, with my sin strapped to my back. Every mile was a grave I dug, and every prayer turned black. I've seen men beg for their final breath while their eyes went cold and wide, and I've left them there in the desert dust where the vultures never lie. You can't wash your hands in holy water if your soul's already sold, and you can't run far enough when the wind whispers what it knows. I've carried ghosts in the saddle with me, heard their voices in the rain. They tell me every man's a sinner, but some are born to reign. The devil don't knock twice, boy. You better answer when he calls. Once his shadow hits your porch, there's no mercy in those halls. He don't come for the gold you hide. He don't care about your good advice. Once you feel his breath on your neck, you'll know the devil don't knock twice. Some folks think they can cheat the fire, outrun the smoke, outlast the game. But the cards are marked, the dice are loaded, and the dealer knows your name. I stood on the gallows with the rope in my hand, cut the noose for another man. And I've sworn in blood that if I swing, I'll take the whole damn land. I'm the rust in the steel, the crack in the glass, the shadow in the field where you can't pass. I'm the song in the wind you can't unhear, the taste of truth mixed with fear. I've bled in the dust, I've burned in the rain, I've loved enough to go insane, and I've learned there's no coming clean when the dirt runs in your veins. The devil don't knock twice, boy. You'd better answer when he calls. Once a shadow hits your porch, there's no mercy in those halls. He don't come for the gold you hide. He don't care about your good advice. Once you feel his breath on your neck, you'll know the devil don't knock twice. And when that night comes, you won't hear it. You'll just feel the cold at your back. By the time you turn, it's too late. The devil don't knock twice. I came from the dust where the blackbirds feed, where the roots grow deep and the soul still bleeds. They try to break me, try to chain my hands, but I'm a storm that don't bow to any man's plans. You took my name, carved it into stone. Thought you left me lying there, skin and bone. But the earth spit me out and the night took me in. Now I'm walking with the fire where my soul's been sent. Bury me with my boots on and my hands wrapped tight around steel. I was born in the fire, and I burn for the way I feel. Ain't no priest gonna save me, ain't no saint gonna hear my song. When the devil comes calling, I'll be buried with my boots on. Preacher said vengeance is the devil's tongue, but he ain't the one who's been cut and hung. I seen good men fall in the shadows you cast, and I ain't leaving till I make it your last. You built your throne out of blood and lies, pray to the dark 'cause you fear the sky. Now I'm here with the wrecking thought real, and the weight of my will's heavier than your steel. Bury me with my boots on and my hands wrapped tight around steel. I was born in the fire, and I burn for the way I feel. Ain't no priest gonna save me, ain't no saint gonna hear my song. When the devil comes calling, I'll be buried with my boots on. The wind carries whispers where the gallows sway, where the guilty pray for just one more day. But the rope don't care, and neither do I, when it's your turn to swing neath the cold black sky. I've walked through the ashes where the angels cry, dug up the bones that the lawmen hide. Every scar I wear is a story I've told. Every heart beats with more than your silver and gold. Bury me with my boots on and my hands wrapped tight around steel. I was born in the fire, and I burn for the way I feel. Ain't no priest gonna save me, ain't no saint gonna hear my song. When the devil comes calling, I'll be buried with my boots on. And when the dust comes to claim me, and the night's where I belong, you'll remember my shadow when you hear that lonesome song. I'll be buried with my boots on. I was born where the river turns black at night, where the cowards sing to the pale moonlight. Mama told me, son, you're a child of the flame, and a man like you don't play the good man's game. Walked the line till the line gave way, saw the light of God and I turned away. There's a voice on the wind that calls my name. It ain't the Lord, but it sounds the same. The devil don't ride alone, he's always got a man like me, with a 6-gun heart and a hand on the dark and no wish to be set free. If you see two shadows coming down that road, best pray for your soul and bone, 'cause the devil don't ride alone. I've bled in the dirt where the law won't go, played my hand with the dead below. Every card I've drawn's been cut with sin, Every road I walked, I ain't walked again. The whiskey burns, but it keeps me warm, like the calm before a desert storm. And the heat in my chest don't feel like fear. It's the sound of the end when the end gets near. The devil don't ride alone. He's always got a man like me, with a six-gun heart and a hand on the dark and no wish to be set free. If you see two shadows coming down that road, best pray for your soul and bone, 'cause the devil don't ride alone. I heard the cries of the lost and damned, seen the mark of the beast on a righteous man. I've taken lives for less than gold and carried stories I'll never be told. The sun won't rise where my boots have been. The crows fly low 'cause they smell my sin. Every step I take's a step toward fire, and the flames don't burn, they just climb higher. One night I asked him, why me, Lord? He laughed like thunder rolling overboard. Said, son, you were mine before you could crawl. And when the reaper comes, I'll still have it all. The devil don't ride alone. He's always got a man like me, with a six-gun heart and a hand on the dark and no wish to be set free. If you see two shadows coming down that road, best pray for your soul and bone, 'cause the devil don't ride alone. And when I'm gone, they'll still feel my name like a ghost in the wind or a runaway train. No heaven to call, no grave to own, just the devil and me riding home. I was the calm before the storm, kept my hands clean, kept my heart warm, bit my tongue while you drew lines. Now you're dancing with a darker kind. You broke the code, you bled me dry, built your throne on every lie. Thought I'd fold, thought I'd beg, now I'm the reaper with a broken leg. You wanted hell, I brought the flame. You cursed my soul, now I curse your name. You called the devil, now he's home, riding shotgun and flesh and bone. I ain't your fool, I ain't your slave, I dig deep I don't dig graves. You lit the match, I'm the wildfire way. I scorch the earth and walk away. I was the light that held the dark till you carved your name into my heart. Now it's ash where love once lived. I don't forget and I don't forgive. You turned the saint into a sin. You let the black seep underneath my skin. Should've left the wolf alone. Now I howl in blood and bone. You wanted hell, I brought the flame. You cursed my soul, now I curse your name. You called the devil, now he's home, riding shotgun in flesh and bone. I ain't your fool, I ain't your slave. I dig deep, I don't dig graves. You lit the match, I'm the wildfire way. I scorch the earth and walk away. You played God with loaded dice, turned my mercy into vice. Now I grin where angels fall. I ain't broken, I'm 10 feet tall. You thought I'd drown, thought I'd cave. Now I rise like the unmarked grave. You fed the beast, now hear him roar. I ain't the man you knew before. You wanted hell, I brought the flame. You cursed my soul, now I curse your name. You called the devil, now he's home, riding shotgun in flesh and bone. I ain't your fool, I ain't your slave. I dig deep, I don't dig graves. You lit the match, I'm the wildfire way. I scorch the earth and walk away. No peace talks, no second try. You had your chance, now watch me fly. I'm the storm, I'm the flood, I'm the price paid back in blood. You wanted hell, well now it's here. In every step, in every tear. You built this war, now taste the fight. I'm the shadow that owns the night. You lit the match, I'm the judgment day. I burn it down and walk away.
Fight's over here, genius. You've got a few more
I
bucks we
used to
can work.
pray by
Where are
candlelight,
you
whispered hope into the night. Tried to live the righteous way, but some things don't forgive a fate. You drew the line, crossed it twice, sold your soul and named your price. You bled me slow, made me crawl. Now I rise to watch you fall. You made a killer from a kind heart, built your throne, then tore it apart. You lit the fuse, now hear it roar. The devil don't knock no more. I walk through fire, don't feel the heat. Ash on my hands, blood on my feet. You called the storm, I am the war. The devil don't knock no more. I wore the chains, I bore the weight. Took every lie you dressed as fate. But scars don't heal, they grow teeth. Now I howl with wolves beneath. You took the gold, I took the flame. You danced with ghosts, I drank the pain. Now every breath I draw is steel. I don't forgive, I don't kneel. You made a weapon from the weak. Now I'm the wrath you didn't seek. You kissed the blade, then begged for peace, but I don't this cage, now hold the key. You want my soul, it's long been sold to thunder, dirt and burning coal. Killer from a kind heart, burned the light and loved the dark. You drew the beast, then slammed the door. The devil don't knock no more. I don't forget, I don't forget. This is the cost of how you live. You wrote the curse, I am the Lord. The devil don't knock no more.
Thank you. I thought we were done.
There was peace once in a younger flame, before the whispers learned my name. I held my
Keep them on us so we
tongue,
can work.
I wore the
Where the hell are you
chain,
going?
till the blood ran hot through the cold and rain. They took my land, they took my kin, smiled like saints with hollow skin. Left me buried, let me be, but hell don't end where the devil eats. Now the crows know where I tread, and the ground shakes with every step. I ain't a man you beg to stay, I'm the ghost you pray away. I ride through the reckoning, flame on my heel, eyes like ash, heart of steel. You wanted silence, I brought the road, a storm with no God anymore. You'll hear the thunder before you see me, a shadow cut loose from mercy, no turning back, no soul to save. I ride through the reckoning, straight to the grave. I live my past like a funeral pyre, watched it burn with clean desire. The man I was is dust and spit. Now I wear the flame that doesn't quit. They called it justice, called it law, but their gavels made a broken jaw. I took no oath, I kissed no ring, I crowned myself with suffering. There's no peace in the devil's trade, just sharpened truth in the games they played. You build a lie, you pave it proud, but every tombstone speaks out loud. I ride through the reckoning, fire in my chest, no sleep, no shame, no rest. You drew the lines I bled between. Now I come back. sweet. Heard the lies that tasted like meat. I've knelt in dirt with hands in prayer, only to find there's nothing there. So if I'm damned, I'll ride it proud, with thunder roaring long and loud. You had your chance, you sold your grace. Now I bring vengeance face to face. No woman weeps, no child calls when the black horse rider clears the halls. No banners wave, no bells will ring, just the sound of reckoning. Your time is ink, your fate is signed. Your sins are stacked and so are mine. But I don't run and I don't beg, I meet the fire with open legs. I ride through the reckoning, smoke on my breath, a hymn of ash, a vow of death. You fed the beast, now hear it cry, a soul too wild to crucify. I don't repent, I don't retreat, I ride with ghosts beneath my feet. One last war, one final blaze. I ride through the reckoning, through hell's gates. So mark this road with blood and bone, a trail for the cursed and the overthrown. You called the storm, now meet the sky. I don't forgive and I don't die. They laid me down in shallow ground. No prayers, no tears, no trumpet sound. Just boots that walked in dirt that fell. Another ghost no soul could tell. I heard them laugh, I felt the spit. My blood still warm, my eyes still lit. But death don't come for men like me. We ride the dark and we don't bleed. Now the wind knows where I've been. Carve my name in desert skin, and the fire they tried to tame. Now it's walking, wearing my name. Ashes don't whisper, ashes scream. I came back from a dying dream. You thought it ended in that hole, but I was just becoming whole. No cross, no light, no holy wine, just grit and wrath and a rusted spine. You built your peace on stolen breath, but I rise in smoke, not death. I was the fool, the loyal hound, laid my blade and honor down. You took my trust, burned my name. Now I dance inside your flame. They say the good die quiet, soft, but I don't kneel, I don't get lost. I'm the storm behind the still, the calm before the kill. You called it justice, called it fate. Now look what you helped create. Ain't no heaven at the gate, just smoke and ash and loaded hate. Ashes don't whisper, they ignite. I walk through hell and call it right. No more chains, no master's leash. I speak in fire, not in peace.